Good evening, everyone. You may be seated. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 2017 Practical Nursing Pinning Ceremony. Basically, I'm Charmin Brooks, and I'm the program director for the LPN program, and these are all our wonderful students. So let's give them a round of applause. I'm sorry. And I'd like to introduce our platform guests, and you'll hear from them as the program goes on, but I just want to make introductions. This is our president of our college, President Frank Friedman. Then we have our dean, Dr. Jean Chappell. We have our program director, Karen Bloomfield. We have Sarah Reed, one of our wonderful instructors. We have Elise Walsh. She is our coordinator for clinicals, compliance. We have Allison Crawford, who you will hear from later. And then we have Sylvia Dowell, who's in charge of our scholarship graduate program. And without further ado, I'm going to present Dr. Friedman.
Thank you, Charmin. It's my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the College Board and the faculty and the students of PVCC. Welcome to this wonderful evening, this great celebration. First thing I want to do is say to everybody in the audience, we're really glad you're here. And I'll bet you're glad they're here, aren't you? They've supported you. They've helped you. I'll bet some of you have been there with financial support. How about some babysitting and childcare? Maybe make some meals when they were so busy studying, and maybe just providing a shoulder to lean on when they needed it. So it's really important that you are here to join in this celebration and to be a part of it, and we're so glad to welcome you. To the graduates, first thing I want to say is congratulations. We are really proud of you. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't also throw a challenge your way, okay? And it's a one-word challenge: attitude. I know you've got the knowledge, the skills, the ability to be great nurses, but you've got to add one ingredient to that, and you know what that is: attitude. It takes that caring, compassionate attitude, that attitude that says, I'm going to be the best I can be, day after day, patient after patient. And that's easy to do when it's a good day, right? It's easy to do when the patient is nice and cooperative. The challenge is show that attitude on the bad days. Show that attitude to that patient who is really difficult and giving you a hard time. The attitude you bring to the job will make all the difference in separating you from the good nurse and the great nurse that we all want to have. So to each of you, I say congratulations and good luck for your future.
Good evening. I would also like to add my echo of congratulations to the graduates. Coming from a healthcare background, I understand firsthand how difficult it is to balance a family, school, work, and all the other obligations that go along with these careers. So I personally would like to congratulate you on your fortitude and your persistence. But as Dr. Friedman said, this is not a journey you took alone. None of us could have done this alone. You had the support of your family, your friends, for many of you, your coworkers, and those folks that are sitting right next to you down there. I remember it's been, close to 25, 30 years ago, I went through clinicals. And I remember everyone I went through clinicals with. I remember every single face, every single tear, every single laughter. And these are friends that you will have literally the rest of your lives. Again, nearly 30 years later, we still connect on Facebook. But instead of sharing our kids' pictures, we're now sharing our grandkids' pictures. So these are lifelong friends that you will have. You know, a lot has been said about success. Albert Einstein said, try to become a person of value rather than of success. Success is a key component to what you're going to embark on soon, and you've already done that first step. But the talents and skills that you've learned in the practical nursing have forged a professional that is confident and ready to face the world. These same talents and skills are of tremendous value, and not just monetarily, but they have a value in the ability to change lives. Lives, your own lives, your family's lives, and in the community. There is an African saying that it goes something like this. It's my favorite saying. Many little people in many small places, undertaking many modest actions, can transform the world. There are tens of millions of healthcare professionals in the country. Imagine if all of these professionals created a healthy environment by working together for their patients and for their community. If you, now you're part of that healthcare community too, if you worked alongside with the other thousands of healthcare folks in our community to contribute one small change, imagine what a healthy community we would have. What an incredible power that each of you have. Power to change literally our world. So as you take that next step in your journey, whether it's directly into the workforce or for some of you continuing your education, remember that you are blessed with family and friends to support you all along the way, and that you alone have this unique opportunity to make great things happen in our community. Be that catalyst for change. Take that strong step, that important step. But most of all, congratulations on this part of your journey, and thank you most of all for selecting PVCC to be a part of it.
Thank you, Dr. Friedman, and thank you, Dr. Chappell. Before I introduce our keynote speaker, I just want to say something. Don't worry, it's not going to be 2 hours. I just want to say that I'm very proud of this group of 14. You know, there's 2 guys and then a bunch of girls. And, you know, they've worked really, really hard, very hard. And I am very, very, very proud of them. And the past 4 months, we've all been together and have worked very, close together. And I just have to say I'm very proud of this group. And they're going to be awesome. And you all should be very proud of them, too. They worked really hard. And with that, I'd like to introduce Allison Crawford. She will be our keynote speaker for this evening, and she is the Director of Surgical Services at the Sentara Martha Jefferson Hospital. And so, Sarah, I'm sorry, Allison.
It's okay. Thank you. So I thought, as I prepared for this moment, I'm not much of a public speaker, and so I thought, I'm going to take some notes because I want to make sure that the message that I deliver to you guys is clear and consistent, and that I say what I want to say to you. So my name is Allison Crawford. I'm the Director of Surgery at Martha Jefferson Hospital, now Sentara Martha Jefferson Hospital, and I would like to say thank you for allowing me to share this important milestone in your life and in your career. So when they asked me to speak at this event, as much as I don't like to speak publicly, my heart kind of jumped with excitement because this is kind of where I started as a nurse. And so my story is a rather long and complicated one, and it includes growing up pretty poor, pretty significantly poor, struggling to fit in with my peers, life as a single mother as a young professional, embarrassment over life events that were out of my control, and eventually finding a way to make life make sense again. And I say that to let you know that my life is real. It hasn't been a fairy tale, and there was no magic pill that made the ugly parts kind of go away and allowed it to progress in a seamless manner. So how does that relate to graduating from nursing school? Well, my career helped me to help myself. So nursing has given me both pleasure and pain, but it has always been a constant in my life. Whenever I needed whatever I needed from it, it was able to give to me. When I needed a change, it was able to produce change for me. When I needed money, it was able to give me money. Maybe not as much as I wanted, but it allowed me to earn as much as I was able to earn. So as I sat and reflected on my career, two themes kind of resonated with me, the why and the how. And these two words were almost interchangeable in the thoughts as I was kind of preparing for today. And they changed and evolved at different times throughout my life and my career. So my why. Growing up, I knew that I would end up in nursing. I didn't know really where, but I knew that I would help people. Getting there took me on a complicated journey that began right where you're sitting. I didn't start my career with the plan to be a director of surgery. I actually didn't even start my career with a plan to be in management. I knew two things. I needed to make money, and I was born to help people. So I needed to help people. So for me, that was my initial why, and that was my how. My first job in nursing was actually a foot-in-the-door position. I was a hospital operator at the old Martha Jefferson. And so while I was in LPN school, I was the operator for the entire hospital and for the physician group. So this might seem like a very entry-level position, but let me tell you, talk about time management and prioritization skills. When an emergency call comes in, you prioritize immediately and you call it out accurately. And if you don't, you know that there are dozens of people on every unit that are cringing because you're faltering or you're announcing something wrong. To this day, when I hear someone overhead, kind of fumble, I'll kind of take a deep breath and I'll say, just get it right the second time that you say it. So after graduating as an LPN, I thrived. I loved what I was doing and I was good at it. I was an LPN for 6 years, and I was exceptionally proud of the fact that my LPN skills many times exceeded the skills of the registered nurses on my unit. And so I think that's an important quality to kind of hold dear to you, that quality that your license does not dictate the type of nurse that you are or the quality of care that you deliver. So, to be honest, I just wanted to be the best, and I wanted myself to kind of be the best nurse that I could be. And so I have to tell you that my LPN graduation, to this day, I can remember what I was wearing. I can remember that I was wearing a bracelet that my cousin made for me. It is one of the highlights of my career. It is one of the proudest moments of my life. I remember my pinning ceremony. I remember my graduation, and I remember the moments that meant a lot to me throughout that career. So obtaining my RN was a step in my journey that actually took some significant time for me to decide to do. I was actually happy where I was. I was good at what I was doing. And it finally came down to somebody saying to me, what do you want to be doing in 10 years? And so when I was asked that question, I didn't immediately know the answer. And I started to kind of think in my head, so what do I want to be doing in 10 years? And it took a little of the intimidation of going back to school off the table, because 10 years was a lot longer than 2 years or 4 years. And so it made it seem a little less intimidating, and it actually created the initiative for me to start exploring the possibilities of what I could or would do if I expanded my education and advanced it. So I learned that you could test out of parts of the RN program. Let me tell you, that's the best invention. So you can do it, and it's amazing. You can test out of everything except for parts and pieces of the clinical. So I tested out of everything I could test out of, and I took crazy advantage of that. And I progressed on to clinicals, and that was a challenge in itself, because at this point I'd been a nurse for about 6.5, 7 years of my career, and so there was a lot that I knew. And if you walk in and you tell your nursing instructor, yeah, I know how to spike that IV bag, and I know how to run the rate and regulate it on a drip chamber, your instructor's probably going to think, yeah, this is a know-it-all. And so I had to dial back my confidence in myself a bit, and I will tell you that was a challenge. So from there, my journey took a few detours, but it was always in a direction that appealed to my sense of passion and to my interests in nursing. And it was always in a direction that appealed to what my family needed as well. I worked in oncology for 11 years, 6 as an LPN and 5 as a registered nurse. And those years were pretty idyllic. I think that the 90s and the early 2000s were a time in nursing and healthcare that, will probably not exist again. But it was a rather idyllic time that we could enjoy nursing in a way that we haven't been able to since. Following that, I explored other opportunities, and so I worked as a house supervisor for a few years and learned more than I want to know about resource management and about people needs in terms of prioritization of needs. That portion of my career did, though, leave a lasting impression on me, because it taught me how to interact with people, and it taught me to learn more about the outcome or the goal rather than the way I got there. And so if my goal was to place patients, it wasn't necessarily whether or not I decided where they went or the room that they went into, but it was a collaboration with the nurses that I was then kind of leading throughout that shift. Following my time as a supervisor, I worked in education. And working in education, and I'm telling you all of this because I think that that is one of the key pieces in terms of entering a nursing career, is that your options are unlimited, and really you can go wherever you want to go. So working in the education department teaches you a lot about hypocrisy, and you learn whether or not you are walking your walk and talking your talk, or whether or not you are doing shortcuts. And so my first year in nursing education, I read a lot of policies and I changed some of the things that I was doing. But I will tell you that that time in my career fueled a passion for evidence-based practice that still lives within me today. And so it kind of shifted and evolved my why of why I continue to do what I do every day. So my transition to a director, my position that I'm in right now, was unexpected. And to be frankly honest with everyone, it was rather unwelcome. I was happy where I was. I was, again, good at what I was doing. And I didn't want to change what I was doing. But after adjusting and realizing that I still had impact, I still had influence on the way that care was delivered every day, I kind of settled in and I was able to think a little bit about why I was unhappy with my transition. And I think that part of that unhappiness was that, again, for maybe the fourth time in my career, I was going from being a resource, a proficient clinician, a proficient manager, to being a novice. And that is an underestimated limiting factor that each one of us carries with us, transitioning from the person who answers the question to the person who's asking the question and seeking guidance. So let me get to my last page. I'm almost done. So my message to you guys is really that your journey is going to take you in many paths. Some of those will be short and straight, and some of those will be long and complicated. No matter how you approach it, always keep your why of why you're here on the stage today and why you go to work every day very close to your heart. And the how of what you do and the outcomes will kind of work themselves out. Wherever you are in your journey, embrace the impact you have on others and the amazing things that you can accomplish just by putting effort into what you do and by believing in yourselves. And so as a parting message, I put a lot of thought into what I could say that might help you throughout your careers. And so I sat and I reflected on advice that I've been given throughout my many years of nursing. And I wrote down some of the best pieces of advice that I've gotten and that I still use in my practice every day. So I went into healthcare, I usually say at the age of 14. I became a junior volunteer, and back then a junior volunteer was do anything and everything that you're allowed to do. And so I'm sure I did things that nowadays would horrify the regulatory people. But these pieces of advice have stayed with me throughout a very long and a very positive career in nursing. So I hope that they will help you guys as you journey through nursing. So good leaders grow good leaders. Make sure that wherever you land in a place where you will be nurtured and grown, and that those who see potential in you will be willing to lose you when the time is right. Because in order to be a good leader, you will have to grow, and you'll have to expand beyond your current setting. Use all your tools and resources so that the mistakes you make don't threaten someone's life and safety. We are human, and we are programmed to make mistakes. And so there are many resources out there that keep us safe as we deliver care to people every day. Don't ever be afraid to ask a question, even when you know it's a stupid question. So if your gut tells you something is wrong, then it's probably wrong, and you need to ask someone, even if you feel like you're being silly. Always trust your intuition, and this one is especially important because your intuition is the art of nursing. So throughout the last 1.5 to 2 years, you guys have learned a lot of the science of nursing. Nursing is a science, but it is also an art. And the art is the part that comes from inside you. And so when your intuition tells you something, I would say trust it. Ask questions, explore options, talk to physicians, even when you can't explain what it is that you're feeling, because it is more likely than not that what you're feeling is right on target. Whatever you do, do it well. And I'm going to quote my father to you, and I have to tell you, I grew up very rural Greene County. For anyone that's from Greene County out there, I still live in Greene County. So as I grew up, I always would say, you know, I'm going to be a nurse. I'm going to be a nurse. And so I knew that was where I would land. And the answer that I would get from my father was, whatever you do, do it well. Do it to the best and do it better than anyone else that's doing it. And he would always follow that up by saying, if you're the person cleaning the bathroom, I should be able to eat off the floor of that bathroom. And so that saying has resonated with me throughout my entire career, and it has kind of dictated the effort that I put into anything that I do. Because no matter what I'm doing, no matter how small of a detail it is, I always remember him telling me that no detail is too small. And then I would say from me, and this is my piece of advice, and this is something that I hope you guys can take advantage of. So you hear the saying that the sky is the limit, and I would say to you that you are the limit. Your potential knows no limits. It knows no boundaries. And so don't let anything apply a boundary to you. If this is where your career stays, then this is where you're happy and where your career stays. If you seek other options, those options are out there. And I would say pursue them with all of your heart and soul, because you're able, and if you're willing, you can do it. If you ever need any guidance, any insight, any help with how to make it happen, please always reach out to me. I'm at Martha Jefferson. I've been there since I was 14, and I'll be there until I retire. And I've been blessed to have many insightful, knowledgeable, and willing to share leaders. And so my pay it forward would be that to anyone else entering the nursing field, I would want to be able to provide that opportunity if you need it. And so if you need a resource, I'm there. And anyone just about knows how to find me. So congratulations, and thank you for allowing me to share your moment. And thank you guys, thank you guys for everything that I know you've contributed to this journey, because I've been there, and so I know without my family I couldn't have made it. Congratulations.
I'd like to give this to you.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you
Thank you.
very much. That was awesome, and everything that she said resonates with me, and it should with you all. At this point, we're going to start with the presentation of the pins. But before we do this, I'd like to read to you all the significance of the pin. So some of you if you have any nurses in the audience, you might be accustomed to either a pinning ceremony or a capping ceremony or a candlelight ceremony. And here, traditionally, at Piedmont, and I can speak from being a 1993 graduate from Piedmont, that we do a pinning ceremony. So the significance of the pin. Through the years, nursing programs have traditionally marked levels of achievement and graduation of their students with various ceremonies. This included awarding of stripes or other symbols worn by the student to demonstrate their successful progression from one level of the program to the next. Other meaningful events were capping ceremonies and lighting candles from the Florence Nightingale lamp. As nursing education programs moved into colleges and universities, nursing graduates received their diplomas with graduates from other disciplines. And as I'm reading this, these students, you will receive your certificates in May. And so typically, we have our graduation ceremony in May, so they will not be receiving certificates at this point. However, the pinning ceremony has continued to be a part of the celebration for the graduating nurse. The tradition of each school having its own distinctive pin dates back over 100 years, when Bellevue Hospital School of Nursing in New York City first designed a pin for its graduates. Other hospital schools of nursing followed, with each designing their own pin. The pin you receive today is unique, since only a PVCC graduate wears a pin exactly like this one. In 1974, the first graduating nursing class of PVCC chose the pin that you will receive. The emblem of the college and the PVCC logo are embossed on your pin. You will see that the pin also has a gold circle symbolizing worthiness and a green circle symbolizing eternal life. We hope that you will wear your pin with pride. It is a distinctive mark, rich in history and deep in meaning. So at this time, I'd like to have Sarah and Elise step forward. And we will start with the presentation of the pins. Tiffany Barrett. First and foremost, I dedicate my pen to family and friends. Thank you for your support and encouragement. I know I haven't been around much to talk on the phone and make visits, but I appreciate your consideration of my time. I would also like to dedicate my pen to Sean, who truly kept me motivated, confident, and strong throughout my nursing school journey. It's been a stressful but rewarding year, and I must say that you played a major role in my success. Cheers to a new beginning. Michael Earhart. I would like to dedicate my accomplishment to my wife, Susan. Thank you for all your support in this endeavor and the sacrifices you made to make my success possible. With all my heart, I love you. Sabrina Gomez. To my family, near and far, thank you for being my biggest supporters. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for constantly putting my happiness before your own. Thank you for all the opportunities you have given me in order to reach the utmost success. Thank you for teaching me how to love. Thank you for giving me people to look up to. You show me that hard work amounts to success, but your success means nothing without a strong family. And to my dear friends, you cannot imagine how much strength and motivation your support has given me. Thank you for your thoughtfulness and your words of encouragement to keep me going to end up here today. Emily Howard. Yes. I would like to thank God for giving me the strength to get through the program. I want to thank my family and friends for being there when I needed you the most. Couldn't have done this without you. To Benta and Pace, thank you both for just giving me a hard time, giving me a lot of encouragement and sometimes a good shovel when I needed it. To my fellow classmates, we rode the wave to the finish line, and we all know it wasn't easy, but we did it. I dedicate my pen to Tiara Coles, my little cousin, for always seeming to be free when I needed a babysitter, and to, Anasha McCants, my daughter, for always checking to see if I made it to clinical. Yeah. Yes, yeah. Kelly Cassay. A year ago, I would have never thought I'd be walking across this stage. Nursing school has definitely been a challenging roller coaster ride for me, and I'm so grateful to have completed this program at PVCC. I'd like to thank all of my professors for their knowledge, guidance, support, and encouragement, as well as all scholarship donors who made today possible for me. I will miss all of you. I am eternally grateful to my family and friends for supporting me and tolerating me throughout this journey. I'd like to give a special thank you to my biggest cheerleaders and mentors. My mother, Brenda Barrett, my sister, Jessica Cassay McAllister, and my daughter, Monica Page Thomas. I promise not to let any of you down, and I will strive to be the absolute best nurse possible. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this special day with me. Rebecca Kissling. Being in this moment right now feels surreal. This journey of nursing, it's going to be captured. It's coming back. We needed that relief, right? Yes. This journey of nursing school has had its ups and downs along the way, and I have worked very hard to reach this graduating stage. But I did not get this far on my own. I would like to thank my children, Blaze, Lexus, and Destiny, for being understanding when I need my alone time to work on class assignments. I would like to thank my boyfriend, Josh, for picking up the slack for me while I was busy with clinicals and homework, and for most importantly, encouraging me to keep going. I want to thank my parents and family for your love and being so proud of me. I want to thank my friends who co-united to be my friends while in nursing school. Lastly, I want to thank my nursing class and professors for their support, motivation, and positive demeanor. I am excited to announce I have conquered nursing school. Yes. And you know, Allison mentioned the human element, and you know, things happen, and look, we've retrieved it.
How many doctorates does it
Take to get a pin.
More than we have.
Jocelyn Leva. I would like to thank my friends, family, and my boyfriend Jamie for all the support during the late nights and early mornings of endless studying. I could not have done it without all the encouragement and continuous supply of snacks. I also want to thank all my professors for the guidance throughout this year. There are so many lessons learned that I will carry with me throughout my career as a nurse and beyond. Lastly, I would like to give a hand to my fellow classmates. We made it through all the blood, sweat, and tears. Congratulations. Shabazia Lewis. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Oh, this is my little announcer here. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2017 Practical Nursing Pinning Ceremony. Thank you for joining our delighted ceremony this evening. Wow, this year has been so educationally mind-blowing. Why? Because we've strived together, cried together, and laughed together. Oh, in addition, I'm sure you've heard all of our stories of, let me tell you what happened today. But I want to thank each person for standing by our side through thick and thin. I know that if it wasn't for all the love and support, I would not be here today. Furthermore, I'd like to thank all of our outstanding instructors and the deans for supporting this program and believing in your students. Our instructors have been great mentors and have been a huge inspiration to be proficient nurses like yourselves. I'm very grateful. We did it, guys. This is the beginning of our journey. God bless you all. Yes. Rebecca Morris. Yes. I would like to dedicate this pin to my fiance Travis, to my family, and to my friends. I truly appreciate all the sacrifices that were made for me and the support given to me to make this day possible. I love you guys. Kathlena Pace Morris. To my three beautiful children, Amaya, Michaela, and Mackenzie, this is for you girls, and you all continue to pave my way to greatness. You take this dedication and you make it your inspiration in life. When they say it might not be your year, you show them that this year and every year to come is yours. I will continue to pave the way for you children, and remember, you must stand for something or you'll fall for anything. To Robert, my mom, and my mother-in-law, without you, I don't know where I would be. Thank you. To the nursery nurses at Martha Jefferson, thank you for your positive push while I spent countless mornings studying at 3 a.m. and holding my newborn. You're angels. To the UVA heart failure team, thank you. To the rest of my family and friends, thank you for your continued encouragement along the way. Mavis Apuko Asenso. I dedicate this pen to my amazing husband and kids who supported me and encourages me throughout this journey. I would like to thank God for his divine guidance. I tell you, with God, all things are possible. Yes. Benta Rose. Yes, yes. I would first like to thank God for overseeing this journey with me. I dedicate my pen to my 3 sons, Ramin, Cameron, and Omar. Thank you for being patient and understanding throughout. I love you, boys. I would also like to thank my family, especially Mom, Stacy, for their everlasting support when I just did not know where to turn to. I would like to thank PVCC for having the best teachers and services available to help students be successful. Karen Bloomfield, Charmin, for all the encouragement when I just felt like giving up. Barbara from the Math Quadrant Center, couldn't have done it without you, and Susan Hannafin. Thank you to my friends and fellow classmates, especially Pace and Emily, who kept me in check. First Lady Wendy Cooper, thank you for the many prayers, conversations we had. You can do anything you put your mind to. I did it. Yes. Lauren Showalter. Nursing has always been a passion of mine, and while my journey to this moment has been a long struggle, I'm so thankful and blessed to have finally made it. I first want to thank my parents and sister for standing by me, praying for me, and crying with me through the good and the bad. I also want to thank my amazing husband, Keith, who has pushed me the last year to be better and stay focused on the long-term goal, not today's frustrations. And last, but definitely not least, I want to thank the rest of my family, friends, classmates, and professors for continuously supporting me and helping me along the way. I would not be where I am today without all of you helping shape me into the person that I am today. The Lord has truly blessed me and humbled me beyond measure. Yes. Okay. And Miguel Uriostigi. I want to thank my wife, Lisa Turan, for all her support, and my daughter, Audrey, for the happiness she brings to my life. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, you know what you do, you know what you know. You are the guy who will decide where to go. And there we have our graduating class has been pinned of 2017 of our practical nursing program. At this point, I'm just going to go and we have an award. It says presentation of award next. And basically, each year, which this year was quite difficult, very difficult, we have a class of 15. And we have a graduating class of 15. They're missing one of their peers because she is actually from another state and went back home, so that's okay, but we have our class of 14 sitting here. And we needed to figure out, okay, what one student would we give an award for outstanding student? There are several. Actually, there are many. There are 15 of them. But we had to narrow it down to one. And so I'm going to read this, and I'm going to try to read it without saying the name before I say the name. So bear with me. Blank enthusiasm and maturity enabled her to contribute to the practical nursing program here at PVCC. She was a very inquisitive problem solver who readily applied the classroom instructional learning to the clinical setting. She has consistently provided individualized nursing care to her patients, which reflected her caring and deep commitment to the highest of nursing standards. Her bedside manner demonstrated respect and empathy for every patient and family member that she encountered as if they were her own family. She went above and beyond her patient assignments, and she supported her peers. There is no doubt that will be an excellent and professional nurse with integrity in whatever area of nursing practice she chooses. And this is the Nursing Program Faculty Award for Outstanding Student, Class of 2017, and this will be presented to Rebecca Kissling. And I have to say, again, that all 15 of my students, and I'm still going to say mine, this is the first year that I haven't had the opportunity to have them in clinical, but I did have them in the classroom, and they are all amazing. So congratulations. Wow, I'm not supposed to do that. That's not me. Okay, at this time, we're going to have a slideshow that was prepared by the students for you all to see. And so if you all would file down, and so you all can see it as well. So I have a couple of more things between us, the refreshments in the backstage or the back of the building, refreshments, and Christmas break, winter break, and for them to be like, oh, I'm done. Oh, until January, that is. So at this time, I'd like to have Sylvia Dow come forward and make a presentation on behalf of the school. Go ahead. Yes.
It's my honor to represent the Alumni Association here at PVCC, and at each pinning, we give each of the students their membership card and a rose. And I'll forewarn you, they're thorns, but that's to remind you of all the challenges you've had over the years, and the sweet smell of the rose for the success. So I'll just do you guys in alphabetical order.
Yeah. Congratulations. This time we will have the nursing pledge read in unison with Sarah Reed and our new LPN graduates. And following that, we will have the closing.
All right, graduating class of 2017, please stand. And we will read the nursing pledge together. So it's on your program,
It's on the back of your program.
right? Okay. In full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Nursing Ethics, and to uphold the integrity of the professional nurse.
Okay, and once again, I present to you the Piedmont Virginia Community College's graduating class of 2017 practical nursing students. I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank you all for your continued support of these awesome nurses. And I want you all to have a very blessed Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, holiday season, and a wonderfully blessed and safe New Year's. God bless. Bye-bye. Thank you.